Have you ever wondered how some people seem to pick up new skills almost overnight? Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or coding a new app, they just seem to absorb information like a sponge. It almost feels unfair, right? Well, what if I told you that you could learn like that too? It's not about having a genius-level IQ or some magical talent. It's about having the right strategy. Today, I am going to break down the exact methods you can use to accelerate your learning so much that your friends will wonder what your secret is. First, let's get one thing straight. The old way of learning is broken. You know what I'm talking about: sitting down for hours, rereading textbooks, highlighting every other sentence until the page is glowing yellow. Our brains aren't designed for that kind of passive consumption. It's boring, it's inefficient, and it leads to burnout. The key to rapid learning is to make it active, engaging, and, most importantly, effective. The first principle is what I call compress and conquer. Before you even start learning a new topic, spend about an hour getting a high-level overview. Don't dive into the nitty-gritty details yet. Your goal is to create a mental map. Watch a few introductory YouTube videos, read a summary article, or look at a table of contents. Ask yourself, what are the fundamental concepts? Who are the key players, or what are the core techniques? This initial compression phase gives you a framework to hang all the future details on. It's like looking at the picture on a puzzle box before you start sorting the pieces. You know what the final image should look like, which makes everything else fall into place much faster. Once you have your map, it's time for the second principle: targeted immersion. This is where you get your hands dirty. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, you pick one specific, small component and immerse yourself in it. Let's say you want to learn guitar. Don't try to master music theory, scales, and chords all at once. Instead, decide you're going to learn the 3 basic chords needed to play your favorite simple song. Focus exclusively on that. This targeted approach prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. You're not just studying, you're actively doing. This creates a powerful feedback loop. You try something, you get immediate feedback. Either your fingers are in the right place and it sounds good, or they aren't and it sounds bad, and then you adjust. This cycle of trying, failing, and adjusting is where real learning happens. This brings me to the third and arguably most powerful principle: the Feynman technique. Named after the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman, this method is deceptively simple but incredibly effective. It has 4 steps. Step 1. Choose a concept you want to understand. Step 2. Pretend you are teaching it to a 10-year-old. Use simple language, avoid jargon, and focus on the core ideas. Step 3. Whenever you get stuck or realize you can't explain something clearly, that's a gap in your understanding, go back to your source material, your book, your course, your notes, and relearn it until you can explain it simply. Step 4. Review and simplify your explanation even further. If you can't explain something in simple terms, you don't really understand it. This process forces you to confront what you don't know and transforms passive knowledge into true, deep understanding. Now let's talk about memory. It's great to understand something, but it's useless if you forget it a week later. This is where spaced repetition comes in. Our brains are wired to forget things. It's an efficiency feature, not a bug. To signal to your brain that a piece of information is important and worth keeping, you need to recall it at increasing intervals. So, after you learn something new, review it a day later, then a few days after that, then a week later, and so on. This rhythm of repeated retrieval strengthens the neural pathways, moving the information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. There are amazing apps like Anki that automate this process for you, making it a super efficient way to remember vast amounts of information. without spending hours cramming. But what about motivation? How do you stay on track when things get tough? The secret is project-based learning. Don't just learn for the sake of learning. Learn with a specific, exciting project in mind. Instead of just learning to code, decide you're going to build a simple weather app for my phone. Instead of learning Spanish, plan to order a full meal in Spanish at a local restaurant in 3 months. A project gives your learning a purpose. It provides a clear finish line and makes the entire process more meaningful and fun. Every small thing you learn becomes a building block for your project, which keeps you engaged and driven to see it through to the end. Another critical component is managing your energy, not just your time. Your brain can only handle so much focused effort in one go. The Pomodoro technique is perfect for this. You work in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 of these cycles, you take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. During those breaks, you need to completely disconnect. Stand up, stretch, get some water, look out a window. Don't just switch to checking your social media. This allows your brain to shift from focused mode to diffuse mode, which is where it often makes creative connections and consolidates learning in the background. It's a sprint, not a marathon. By working in short, focused bursts, you can maintain a high level of concentration for much longer and avoid mental fatigue. Let's also touch on the power of active recall. This is the opposite of passive review. Instead of rereading your notes, close the book and try to recall the key information from scratch. You can do this by writing down everything you remember on a blank sheet of paper, or by verbally explaining it to yourself. This act of retrieval is a form of self-testing. It's harder than rereading, for sure, but that mental struggle is what forges strong memories. It shows you exactly what you know and what you don't, making your study sessions incredibly efficient. You're not wasting time reviewing things you've already mastered. And here is a tip that feels like a cheat code. Learn just in time. Don't front-load all the information you think you might need one day. Learn what you need for the task immediately in front of you. If you're building that weather app and you need to learn how to pull data from an API, focus only on that. Learn it, apply it, and then move on to the next immediate problem. This approach keeps the information relevant and immediately applicable, which drastically improves retention. You're learning what you need, right when you need it, and putting it to use right away. Finally, don't underestimate the importance of sleep and rest. When you sleep, your brain is hard at work consolidating memories, clearing out metabolic waste, and forming new connections. Pulling an all-nighter to cram for something is one of the worst things you can do for learning. You might be able to regurgitate some facts the next day, but you won't have truly learned them. Prioritizing a good night's sleep is like saving your work after a long day of editing. Without it, all your hard work can be lost. So, let's recap the strategy. 1. Compress and conquer to get the big picture. 2. Use targeted immersion to get hands-on experience with small components. 3. Apply the Feynman technique to ensure true understanding. 4. Use spaced repetition and active recall to lock it into your long-term memory. 5. Stay motivated with project-based learning. 6. Manage your energy with the Pomodoro technique. And 7. Never sacrifice your sleep. Combining these methods creates a powerful system for learning anything incredibly fast. It turns learning from a passive chore into an active, engaging, and rewarding adventure. It's not magic, and it's not unfair. It's just learning the smart way. So, what new skill are you going to master first? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're excited to learn. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more content on how to level up your life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.